Hello, I'm live and welcome to another episode of Between the Covers. Thank you so much for everybody who has been waiting patiently. We have an exciting show happening today. I need to make sure actually that I am using the correct mic. So as I do that, please do say hello, tap the screen, show us some love. If you find this a broadcast of value and worth, how can you not? Please do share this out to your followers and let them know. I have an awesome and amazing guest coming on the show right now. So if you're watching for the first time, my name is Daniela Bleckner. Hold on, where is my music? There you go. My name is Daniela Bleckner. I am an author, book journey mentor, founder of a company called Conscious Dreams Publishing. We work with authors from all over the world to help them to get their powerful messages and stories out there in the form of books. Behind me on the bookshelf are just some of the 300 plus books that we've published over the last 9 years now. I'm absolutely passionate about providing a platform for unseen, unheard authors so they can have their voices heard and stories shared so they can educate, entertain, and empower and inspire for generations to come. So this show is called Between the Covers because it's all about getting up close and personal with people from the publishing and writing industry and authors who we've published and authors who we haven't published, so you can really find out what goes on between the covers of creating a book. So it's been a very busy month. We've got lots of events going on this month. We've got the Black Book Festival where I'll be interviewing the awesome and amazing Rudolph Walker, having a stall there as well, and running a workshop called From Manuscript to Masterpiece. And of course, we have Black Authors on the Rise, celebrating some of our authors of African and Caribbean heritage who will be sharing their author stories, selling their books. We'll have Rudolph Walker, a still band, Caribbean food, and lots of fun and entertainment and workshops as well. The tickets are free, £5 for a workshop, and our special guest will also be there on a stall. So that's called Black Authors on the Rise, and you can get tickets via my website and on all my social media. There we go. All my social media handles. So without any further ado, I hope my guest is going to turn their camera on. I'm going to introduce you to somebody who is absolutely phenomenal. So I met this person. She's 14 years old. I met her a year and a half ago at an event called D. Bailey's Black Bookcase in Luton. And she came to me and she presented me with a typed out manuscript of her book called Abyssal Kingdom. And I read it, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And it was just so beautifully written. The way she uses vocabulary, the descriptions are absolutely beautiful. So fast forward, we did a crowdfund. She raised money to pay for the editing, the design, the publication of her book. And I have her here today with her awesome and amazing book. Look at that cover. Abyssal Kingdom. She'll correct me if I've said it wrong. A Broken Past. But first, let's hear a little bit about our guest, Nrul Solitaire. So, Pam, if we could just let Sandra know, can she watch, please, through the YouTube? Because, Sandra, you're coming in to the actual broadcast. So I'm going to have to take you out. I need you to watch via YouTube. Is that... Thank you. Okay, so Nrul Solitaire is a 14-year-old girl who got her inspiration from animes and mangas. The only girl with 2 elder brothers and Dase's girl. Her dad encouraged her to write and inspired her to become an author. She turned her boredom into creativity and wrote for herself and no one else. She started creating the characters and stories when she was only 10 years old. So I'm going to bring in Nrul Solitaire and her mentor, Pamela Thompson, who introduced me to her, who's been an absolute rock throughout the process. Please, I want to see you put up those fire emojis. Give those hand claps, please, for our awesome and amazing guest, Nrul Solitaire. Lovely to see you. Hello, Pam. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. We have quite a few people on right now, so if you're on, please say hello, tell us your name, and show some support to the lovely Nisaba. This show is really interactive, so if you have any questions, how could you not? Please do also throw those questions up. So, Nrul, how are you feeling? This is your first interview, and you're now a published author. How does it feel? Feels good?
Yeah.
So it feels real now, does it? That you've got your actual book here in your hands. Can we see the book? Okay. So you received your proof copy about, I think it was maybe 3 weeks ago now. A lot of people dream of having a book and can't quite imagine that feeling of actually opening it up and seeing it in their hands. How can you describe that feeling of what it felt to see this book in your hands?
I pinched myself.
You pinched yourself. You couldn't believe it.
I couldn't.
How did you feel? Because obviously you've been watching the process. You introduced me to the lovely Nrul. How did you feel when you received your proof copy?
Well, if Dee Bailey's on, so she knew how I sort of behaved when I received our copy of the book. So yeah, this time I wasn't videoed, but yeah, I did dance around a bit and
You danced around.
I certainly did, but
Come on, let's see that dance.
I wasn't caught on camera this time, but yeah, I'm feeling very, very proud.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so proud of you as well, Nrul. If you're watching, we've got a lot of people watching. Can you give this a love or a heart or a like or the thumbs up? And please do share this out to people as well. It's an absolutely incredible young lady we have here, Nrul Solitaire. Tell us a little bit then. Abyssal Kingdom, A Broken Past. What is this book all about? Tell us.
It's about Dase tries to a 15-year-old assassin, and she gets judged by the Empress Nuki Cryptic. And she figures out about kidnappings and has to team up with her unlikely enemy, the agents of Nizalization, and has to figure out something behind the kidnappings, and also it ends up leading to something about her past.
Dun, dun, dun. You have to read the rest. So you've got a main character. I love that she's a feisty girl as well. So you've got a main character called Dase. It's just to team up with the agents of, I can never say it, this Nrul always laughs at me, the agents of neutralization. And she has to find out the mystery behind the kidnappings that have been going on. And whilst doing that, she finds out some things about her past that she didn't know. So where did you come up with these names like Abyssal Kingdom and Nizalization?
No, abyssal is a real word.
Oh, really? What does it mean?
Oh, it means like deep, like an abyss.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't know. The Sabre educates me every time I speak to her. I learn new words. So thank you so much. And I'm an English teacher as well. I didn't know that. So tell me, where did you get Nizalization from?
Nizalization. Oh no, I've had that name for like a long time.
Where do your ideas come from? Do they just pop into your head? Do you watch a lot of manga and anime, and do you get inspiration from that, or where does it come from?
Well, yeah, I do watch it. Yeah, I have watched a lot of anime, and that's kind of where I got the idea. I didn't read books before. It's more about it was more like it was just the books was after I published. The mangas was like before that.
Okay. So you were kind of inspired by the mangas, but you had like so much creativity inside that you just wrote this book. And how long did it take you to write this whole thing? Because it's not, look, it's a whole novel here, people. It's a whole book. It's not a little pamphlet. It's a real book here.
It took me, I wrote it when I was 11, 10 or something. But 10? That was just to pass the time.
You wrote this, right, listen. If you want to write a book, Nrul wrote this when she was 10 to pass the time, okay? There's so many people out there that really want to write a book and they never do it. And you wrote it because you had it on your heart to write a book. So let's talk about, before we do that, actually, I want to acknowledge you've got a lot of people on here. Okay, so this might take a little bit of a while, so I'm going to kind of whiz through them. Okay, so I'm going to go through the comments. You should be able to see them on the screen come up there, Nasaba. You've got Joan saying, good morning, good evening, everyone. Sorry. Fazia Ahmed says, hello from Canada. Wow. You've got Heart Momo on. Hello there with your Mario.
That's my other cousin.
Mulkey. Oh, you got lots of color. Hey, Dee Bailey. She was the one who kind of started all this through having the black bookcase, which is where I met you. Joan Watson's giving the thumbs up. Toby's giving you some lovely emojis. So is Fatima. So is Amina. So is Haffy. You've got Tony on. You've got Zaha. You've got Najma. You've got a fan base here. You've got Najma. You've got Wara. You've got Zara. Wara again. D Bailey saying greetings, Nrul, Pam, and Danny Bleckner. Hello. Freelancer Moshe Rahan says hello, everybody. Red Oxtail's giving you thumbs up. Mashallah. Abdigani says, from Abdigani, Farah says, well done, our princess. We're very proud of you. I saw your every post, very nice, and your book. I mean, you've got loads of comments here. Wow, everyone's saying they're so proud. Alaska loves you. Wow. So how does it feel to see all of that feedback and have all those comments and people supporting you?
I think I'm gonna faint.
Please don't.
Yeah, not during the interview.
Not during the interview. Hold out a little bit, yeah.
So you got to pinch yourself, and you might faint as well.
Wow.
So Dee is saying you're so inspiring. Honestly, it's such. I mean, you would have been my absolute hero. You know, having written that book. I always wanted to be an author from a very young age, and I didn't publish my book until probably over double your age. Okay, I know it's hard to believe, but tell us why people should read this book.
Sorry, I think my dad's on here too.
Yeah, your dad says, love you, daddy. Sorry.
I'd say, well, I wasn't really like, writing was just like something, but like I wasn't good at it, but like mangas and animes are fine, but they don't really have the narrative. The narrative is what I didn't have. So I had to read a bit of books, and I became a bookworm eventually. But I liked the stories with more easy to fall into dialogue, not the kind that was filled with so much description here and there. And well, I had this, and normally, yes, I did. I had this vision in my head. I had my story all planned out, and it's weird because actually now I really like. By the end, I really want to sell at least 4 billion copies.
At least 4 billion copies. Wow, that's fantastic. That's a great ambition. That's really good. I mean
oh, sorry.
Go on.
No, you.
What I love about your book is the dialogue and how the characters interact, but your description is beautiful. And what I think a lot of people don't see when they write a book, I think people think, you know, I've got an idea, write the book, publish, and that's it. And what I really admire about you is that we had to do quite a bit of work, didn't we? Especially after you got the edit back. A lot of people think that once their book's edited, it's ready to go. And I really take my invisible hat off to you for your dedication and determination to go through all those comments and to rewrite little bits and tweak things. I mean, how did you find that process?
Okay, yeah, I found it tiring.
Yeah, you had to read over it again and all those little bits that you thought, oh, finished. What would you say? What would you say to people? What kind of qualities they might need to have when they're going through the book process?
I think the thing you need to have as an author is creativity, individuality.
Yeah.
You need that. You really, really do need that.
You're like a seasoned author, aren't you? I feel like I'm interviewing a professional.
You're professional.
So like, oh yeah, I think you are. I think you are. Individuality, you have to write your own personality. So when we were going through it, you really knew your characters, and you were saying to me, "No, stop. Dase wouldn't say that. Actually, I'm going to rewrite it and put this in. And no, let's go back. Dase would do this." And so you had a lot of creativity, and she was telling me what to type in there. And I think you're definitely right. Individuality and creativity is definitely something that's key. Pamela, let's bring you in.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? And how did you find? I mean, obviously, being on the kind of periphery of, like, you know, the book writing process, and being on some of our mentoring calls with Naseba, is it kind of what you thought the process would be?
You know, I didn't have an expectation. For me, it was go with the flow. When Nrul was referred to me, and I was asked, I've got a young lady who would like to publish, who has written a book. Would you be able to help her? So I said, yeah, okay, send her along. So she came along, her and mum, and I think when she came to me, we were on chapter 7. Is it chapter 7?
Chapter 6 something.
6. We were halfway through 6. So I sat and I read, and I said to her, have you ever thought about publishing your own book? And she went, publish it? Really? I went, well, yeah, why not? You've got to, you know, halfway through chapter 6, why not? Let's finish it and let's get it published. She went, me publish my book? So I said, yeah, we'll publish it. And I can remember her dad saying to me, do you know what, Pamela, or Miss, as he had to call me, I will never believe it until I have the book in my hands. And I can remember him saying, now he's got the book in his hand, he believes it. But for me, the process was, do you know what? Encouraging Nrul just to be herself. She can't be anybody else but herself. She thinks differently from everybody else. We had up days. Some days we'd do the book, and there were days when we didn't do the book, but we just went through the process, and the process is a gorgeous end result. You know, we've done the crowdfunding, we were able to get her published, and for me it was, you know, it took the village to enable her to achieve her dreams. So for me, I'm just feeling proud of the whole team and everybody that sort of put into this for this young lady to become a published author at 14.
Rap. Published author at 14 years old. I mean, that is a huge feat. And Pamela, you're 100% right. It does take a village. You know, the kind of domino effect of, you know, if Dee Bailey hadn't have had that event, or if that person hadn't have introduced you to Nrul, was it Sabrina?
It was Sandra. Then Nrul came to me. Then Dee had the event. Then I put it to Nrul, shall we go? Because I knew I knew you were going to be there. And I said, well, we can go and meet Danny. And she went, really? So her parents drove her down to Luton, and yeah, I'd made sure her manuscript was all typed up and nicely presented for you. So, you know, the nerves of her standing there, oh, I can't do this. Yes, you can. But it's taken a lot of hand holding, but you know what? It's been worth it. It's been
definitely worth it. I mean, this is something of a lifetime. There's so many people who dream of publishing a book. I think it's this actual statistic is 85%. And out of that 85, only 5% actually go on to actually fulfill that dream and publish that book. So that's a massive round of applause. You've done it. You've got it. And not only have you written this one, you're talking about writing more. Have you started writing more? Is that right?
Yes. Well, Abyssal Kingdom, I can tell you, is going to be a trilogy. That's what I can say. And I'm not going to reveal the names of the other series, but it's definitely going to be a franchise. So it's going to have a bit like, so this book's gonna have 3 books. The next one's gonna have 6 books. The third one is a bit insane. That one's the one I worked on the most.
Yeah.
14 books.
14?
14.
It's like a career, a lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
We've definitely started something, Danny. So yeah, she'll be with us for a while.
Yeah. All right. I'll just hang out and wait for you. Make sure you invite us to all your big book signings when you get really, really big.
Yeah,
Don't forget
exactly.
us.
Yeah.
No, I ain't forgetting.
Couple of here. Zara says, congratulations, love you. Oh, can't wait for more books. Fatima said, Dee says, needs to be adapted for the screen. Exactly. We can think big. Think about, Harry Potter. That's got like how many films of its own?
Yeah.
I think it's got plays as well. Where can I pre-order? So if you're watching on wherever you're watching, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, the link to her books is in the post, either up here or down there, depending which platform you're watching on. But
Amazon, search Abyssal Kingdom.
Abyssal Kingdom. You can get it from Amazon, but actually there's lots of other platforms as well. So Amazon is probably the easiest place to find it, but if you just Google it, you'll find it on lots of platforms too, which is exciting. Let's talk about your cover. I love your cover.
You can thank George. He's the one who drew it.
George, tell us about George and the inspiration behind the illustration.
We at first were gonna do a coloring books with the illustrations.
Yeah.
But when I looked at the illustrations, the cell was fine. He followed it to the letter. But
she's tough act.
I had nightmares.
You had nightmares?
Yeah.
You were scared of your own creations?
Yeah.
But I told him what to do. I did tell him what to draw, and he followed them quite well. He's a wonderful drawer. But when he did them in and colored them, I think that's when it didn't go well.
So she was happy with the sketches,
yeah.
And then when he hard wired the outers, she just said, "Miss, no." Okay. So we have them, but they will not be part.
They haven't made the final cut, but they may make them their way into the franchise in another way.
Yes.
But, I mean, what is great is you know what you want. You're very precise. You're very easy to work with in that way. When you know what you want, because the worst thing is when sometimes people don't know what they want and they say, I want this, and then it's but they haven't got the exact idea. You have the exact idea. So what we have got is your idea for the front, which George did beautifully. And then our cover designer, Emily, she added the color. So he did the black and white sketch and she did the silhouette and the cover, and she made the title pop, okay, with your guidance. Tell us, who's this? What's going on here?
Oh, yeah, Dase got herself into a little situation.
It looks like it. Bit of a situation. But she's an assassin, right? Dase is an assassin, so she can get out of it, can she?
Yeah, she can. She can. It's definitely in the book.
And we want people to. What do we want them to do?
Buy it.
Buy the book. So remember, we only tell them a little bit of information, then we say, you can find out the rest from Amazon, online. Also, Nrul, is going to be at Black Authors on the Rise with one. I've got another mentee called Jenema, who I've been working with for what feels like forever. About 2 years. We've gone through so many different ideas, but she's finished her book now. She's getting her proof copy on Friday, and I'm interviewing her the week after you on next Wednesday. And both of you met at my book launch in November for the first time. And I got you. I know it was scary, and I got you both to get up and say a few words to the audience. and I'm so pleased that you've kind of gone through this journey together, because we've had some Zooms together, and you're very similar in your ideas and how you are. Do you feel like you've grown in confidence over the last, well, since you first met Jennifer and since you first wrote this book?
Yeah, I have to be honest. The only friend I really have, I think Miss P counts, yeah. But I normally just have my dad. And my older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know the oldest one. The second oldest one, I don't know, I annoy him, but we don't get along.
Oh. But the great thing is you've got tons of supporters on right now who care for you and rooting for you, want to buy a book and support you. And support is very, very important. And you've definitely got lots of that. Jennifer's there to support you as well. And you've supported Jennifer on the journey. And that's really lovely to see, I think. But do you feel like you've grown in confidence in your speaking and also your writing as well? You know, working with Miss, working on this book, working with Conscious Dreams, having spoken to people. Do you think it's helped you? Do you think you might feel more confident this, not this Saturday, next Saturday as well?
Wait, I'm sorry, I forgot. What were you gonna ask the comments? My mom.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to bring up the comments in a minute. So, okay, I'll make it. I'll change how I've said it. So, remember when you first spoke in November at the book launch, and then you're going to speak again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now you've written the book and you've kind of gone through the process and you've got this support. Do you feel a little bit more confident talking in a few weeks?
Yeah, yes. I feel a little bit more confident.
Perfect. That's fantastic. Oh, I love that. And also you're doing your first interview. And I think we need to give her some fire emojis and some hearts and some claps, because you said you were really nervous, but you're hiding it very well and you're answering the questions. You're doing extremely well with the interview. So I just want to give you a huge congratulations. Yay!
But Danny, I have to correct you. This is her second
interview. Oh, where was the first one?
And she really is more confident, because Auntie D actually put her on her Tuesday radio show. So she had a run through. But tonight she is most definitely more confident. And the young girl that I met 2.5 years ago, it's not the same person. She has certainly grown in confidence and absolutely now stepping into who she is, Miss Nrul Solitaire.
I feel that. Yeah, your alter of Nrul Solitaire. Yeah. Set up that meeting. Honey, change the cover. Right, let's edit it. I'm going to be on my 14th book with my franchise. It's just wonderful. And always keep that authenticity, you know, being yourself, being you, and your creativity and knowing what you want it's a really good trait to have, really powerful. And it's been an absolute pleasure working with you. I'm going to read some more of these comments. And then I'm going to ask you, so you can think about it now, what advice would you give to somebody who, doesn't matter what age they are, they want to write a book and they're like, oh, I don't know, is it good enough? Shall I do it? I'm a bit nervous. Maybe I should forget it. What would you say to them? Have a think. And I'm just going to read some of these comments here. Someone said, what, Friday? I'm not sure what that.
Oh, he was talking about how Jen was going to get her copy on Friday.
Yeah, Jennifer's going to get her first copy on Friday, which is tomorrow. So I'm really excited to see what she feels. Yay! Mum says, proud of you. Lots of love, Mum. Oh,
she's using my account. That's definitely, I don't know if that's my account.
Well, she's there. She's giving you some love. Farah's on, giving you some congratulations. Aisha's giving you some congratulations. Dee saying she's definitely more confident. I mean, I'm thinking about the first time I met you, 150%. Yashiba, one of our authors who you'll meet, says, congratulations to you. Welcome to the world of writers and authors. Yashiba has published 2 books with us and 1 in 3 different languages. I don't know what's happened to my camera.
Yeah, you look blurry.
I've cracked the screen. My camera's had enough of me. Dee's saying fabulous. I mean, you've got lots. My auntie's on. She's saying, well done. Hey, Sue. Go, bestie. You've got lots of friends and support here. Ahmed saying, well done. Okay, so big question. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to publish a book but is like, oh, don't know what to do? Is it worth it? Shall I bother? Would you say?
Whether they're publishing, whether it's writing a book or drawing or doing a comic or just making something, it's just you need to write about the story you want. Write about the story you want to read, not the stuff other people want you to read. Like, you shouldn't do something that's nobody else has done before, but you need to be unique in the way you write. I have to admit, I do a lot well with my characters over the years. It's been a lot better. But the one thing I struggled with is perhaps maybe whether or not they were like original enough, because sometimes when the stories I lost so much, they took the world by storm because they did something no one else has done before. And I wanted to do the same thing. I was just doing it because I was bored. I had nothing else.
And now you've got another 30 plus books to write, haven't you?
Definitely.
See, each book get better and better and better. It's all practice. It's all learning. And the fact that you've done that at 14 years old is absolutely incredible. And you should be, and I hope you are, so very proud of yourself, Nrul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I know that I'm proud of you. You still got lots and lots of comments coming up here. Sandra saying, well done. I told you will reach the stars. Stars. There you go. Proud of you, Cuzzo. What do your school... Okay, good question. What do your school friends think?
Oh, my friends from school. Well, they brought up the English literature teacher. She said she had a dream she wanted to publish a book, but she never really did it. So she wrote about me for doing that. But they said congrats. They thought it was great.
Amazing. Do you think your English teacher's inspired now to write a book? She's seen you do it.
I'm not even sure. English literature.
English literature teacher. Yeah. Yeah. She's probably thinking,
sorry.
She's probably thinking, if Nrul's done it, I need to get a move on and get my book done as well. So we might have inspired her.
Yeah. And it's funny because I got the copy of my book in the middle of my science class.
In the middle of your science class? How did that happen?
Well, no, I heard it and then I just went over to it. I didn't think it was going to be my book.
Oh, it was online, was it? The science class online?
Yeah, my mic wasn't on. My camera's not on. That's the perk of homeschooling.
So the door went. You're in your science lesson. The door went. You went to the door. You opened the. Did you open the book during on when the camera was on online, or was it off?
No, I was in it. We were doing work. I finished it. Then afterwards, I went because I heard it. I thought it was another letter for my mom, or my dad. But it was actually. It was literally my book. It had Nasib Muhammad on it, and I thought, it's a joke. And then I opened it, and it was actually there. And then afterwards, I told my mom to come in. She closed her eyes, and then I showed her.
Oh my gosh, surprise! Oh, how exciting! Wow. And every time you get a proof copy of your book, no matter what number, whether it's number 1 or whether it's number 30 in the franchise, it will always be that same exciting feeling, because it is every time. It's like such a massive achievement. So I want to say well done. And you've done so incredibly well on this interview as well. I'm so proud of you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again on the 27th. I'm going to hand it over to Pamela. My shirt keeps falling down. Any last? Oh, my t-shirt says, "You got this." And I wore this. I wore this for you to say you got this in the interview, but you didn't need it. You got it. You got it. You got this. Pamela, any final words from you?
Anything I can say to her is just keep being you, keep shining, keep smiling, and keep growing.
My cheeks are so sore. I haven't smiled this much in ages.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that one.
That's brilliant.
I was waiting for that. She smiles so much tonight. I was just waiting for my face hurts. But yeah, it's beautiful to see you smiling because you've got such a beautiful smile and you deserve it. You smile away.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was in a good mood today. I was laughing so much in English language.
That's good. I'm glad you're smiling.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so happy for you. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you today, Nrul, and I'll see you on the 27th. Everyone else watching, please join us Wednesday, the 23rd, not Thursday. It's normally Thursdays, but this one's going to be Wednesday, the 23rd, 7 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. EST, where I'll be speaking to the awesome and amazing 13-year-old. She's got a pen name as well. So hold on, you both gave me pen names in the same week.
Wait, she was 13?
Yeah, I think she is.
Wait, she
Am
is?
I wrong? Yeah, she's 13. Oh. She'll correct us if I'm wrong. Fully watching now. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't even know how to say it.
Jenema.
No, she's got a pen name now. Gina, why have you both given me such hard names? She will introduce herself on Wednesday. Jenai Goman. You'll get to meet her. Wednesday, 7 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. EST. Please, if you're watching, come down to Black Authors on the Rise. Come and meet some of our I've got about 30 authors down there, including the Saber and Jenai. It's going to be an amazing day. Rudolph Walker, we've got steel pans, we've got some entertainment, we've got some Caribbean food, we've got workshops. I'm going to be running a storytelling workshop. One of my authors is running a storytelling workshop. We've got a poetry workshop. We've got a workshop for budding authors, how to promote and sell your book, which is the next stage. Come along, Black Authors on the Rise. I'm going to put the link. Well, the link is everywhere on my Facebook platforms. There's one last question. Yes, Red Oxtail, you have missed this. He's saying, may have missed this, but any plans for the future? Nrul spoke about having a whole franchise. There's going to be a film. There's going to be a trilogy, then another trilogy, then another 14 books. There's big plans, Red Oxtail, big plans. So I will see you all Friday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. GMT. Have an awesome time. Thank you for joining us on Between the Covers. See you later. Hang around, you all. Don't log out. Don't log out, Pam. We're going to have an after interview chat. But to the rest of you watching, have a beautiful evening. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.